Hello, welcome everybody to our wellness webinar this evening. My name is Suzie Benjamin and I'll be bringing this opportunity webinar to you along with my brother, Dr. Jon Jelinek, and I promise you'll find value this evening. I'm so excited that you're here and are just open to learning more about this amazing wellness opportunity. And I'm talking about a company called Lifevantage. It's a company at the forefront of something called nutrigenomics, which means nutrition and gene function, or how our genes express themselves, and biohacking. So please thank the person that invited you to watch this webinar this evening, whether live or if you're watching us on the replay. They truly do care about you. I am feeling so blessed to share this information with you, and just like how my brother Jon shared it with me. Little did he know what this would do for me, my husband, and my family. And it is truly a gift, and I'm grateful every single day for what he shared with me. You guys, our health is everything, and without it, nothing really does matter. So thank you, Jon, for sharing this with me. You guys, my brother Jon Jelinek is here tonight to tell you more about this amazing medical breakthrough and incredible products, and to share some mouth-dropping science with you all. Jon is a chiropractor who owns and operates 2 successful chiropractic clinics, and he was a Lifevantage product user for 4 years before seeing the business opportunity. He's married to Christy, and they have 3 children, and he enjoys traveling, going to kids' hockey games, and staying activated. He's an advocate for wellness and enjoys educating people on how to be proactive in living a healthy lifestyle. Before we get started, just so you know, proper disclosures, everyone's results will vary as we are all unique and different, of course. But before we get started with this slide, I just want to tell you a little bit more about my story and my background. I am an athletic trainer turned stay-at-home mom after our 3rd child was born about 3.5 years ago. And as a certified athletic trainer, I've worked in various roles: high schools, community college settings, physical therapy clinics, but most recently an orthopedic clinic for over 6 years. And I was fortunate to be able to gain experience working in orthopedic surgery there as well. So I've been around so many athletes and patients whose bodies are being broken down, and as a healthcare professional, help to get them back on their feet. But you guys, what's frustrating in healthcare is that we are helping to fix the broken parts, but we're still not getting to the core issue of the problems that are causing our bodies to break down in the first place. We are dealing with patients that have a prescription med list a mile long and so many other issues that they just keep coming back. In 2017, my family moved from North Dakota to Sioux Falls, South Dakota, where we are now due to a job change for my husband, Al. And it was a very stressful time, as you can imagine. Moving definitely always is. It was right before that, though, that I learned about Lifevantage from my brother, Jon. And I could tell that Jon was super passionate about the science behind Lifevantage. And I knew that if he was taking these products himself and interested in it from a healthcare perspective to help others, that it was definitely worth looking into further. So my husband, Al, was actually the first guinea pig, and he has had amazing benefits. Al is a U.S. Navy veteran and served on 4 deployments overseas. And he went through treatment at the VA, but has always struggled with his mental and emotional health, which is triggered by his experiences while serving. And he would be super irritable, anxious, have temper flares, and it was like walking on eggshells around him. But after activating his body with these products, I noticed his energy level had gone way up, and he was in a better mood, he was more positive, he was a better dad, and he was a better husband, and I was floored. Without making any health or medical claims, he was literally a changed man. So after that, I was all in, and it was truly a God moment for me, and all signs pointed to the fact that I was meant to share this with the world. So we had our 4th child, Leo, about 21 months ago. And now I'm a work-at-home mom with a passion for sharing this vision of prevention, health, and wellness that Lifevantage has shown my family with others. And I knew that if I could help one person benefit like Al had, that it would be all worth it. And to top it off, I've noticed increased energy myself, absolutely no headaches, and better moods too. So without further ado, let's get started. You guys, Lifevantage began in a lab with a single question. Is declining health something that we have to simply accept as a part of getting older? And of course, the answer is no. We can help control our genetic function through nutrigenomics. We used to think that we were stuck with the genes we were born with. So however those genes were going to express, whether it be a disease or something else, that we were doomed to live that way, and we're just dealt that hand. But now with nutrigenomics, we're learning that we can change the way our genes are expressed, and we are not doomed to live the hand that we're dealt. So our researchers at Lifevantage made a couple of discoveries. And the first one was that our genes contain incredible abilities to keep our bodies healthy. You guys, we can turn off unhealthy genes. The second discovery was that decades later, we discovered a way to activate these abilities. We know these things because of evidence-based medicine. And Jon will talk more about activating our body versus supplementing our body, so you can learn how to do this. But now what I want to do is share with you an ABC investigative report that first aired in 2005. Emmy award-winning reporter Jon Jelinek wanted to investigate a product that they got wind of that could reduce cellular damage caused by aging. And they wanted to find out if this was really true. So please pay close attention to what happens with Jon Jelek's body.
You want to get an edge on turning back the clock? Who doesn't? Well, it's no longer science fiction, but science possibility, a potential breakthrough.
It may not look like the fountain of youth, but inside this nondescript building, I'm about to become part of an exciting experiment. For me, it begins with a blood test.
It wouldn't be the first time I've given blood for this company.
They want to check my levels of something called T-bars, which is a rough indicator of a person's actual age. T-bars can identify a condition known as oxidative stress, a kind of measure of the wear and tear on our bodies. Oxidative stress, like the rusting of an engine, is not a good thing. The problem of aging begins with the very food we eat to give us energy. As our cells burn that food, they also release toxic chemicals. Those chemicals, you may know them as free radicals, react with all the components of our cells, literally bombarding them millions of times per second, damaging all our cells. The result? Oxidative stress, and we all have it. The body fights back with a system of defenses. It makes two antioxidant enzymes, catalase and SOD, whose job is to gobble up the free radicals before they can harm our cells.
So, doctor, how often do I take these?
And so, here I go. With that swallow, I've just become part of a potentially landmark scientific experiment. It's called Protandim, and tests have already shown that it revs up the manufacture of those good enzymes in our bodies. More enzymes, fewer free radicals to harm us. Normally, oxidative stress, measured by those T-bars, increases with age. But taking just one pill of Protandim a day reversed that trend for everyone at every age, even for an 80-year-old. So, just what's in this seemingly incredible pill? Well, actually, its roots are very humble. Protandim is a combination of 5 plant ingredients. Some you may know: green tea or turmeric, a spice used in Indian cooking. Others, Withania somnifera and Silybum marianum, are more exotic.
High oxidative stress is associated with more than aging. It's been linked to hundreds of illnesses.
It's at the very center of many diseases: liver disease, diabetes, emphysema, asthma, all of these, strokes, heart attacks.
Even mental disease.
Yes.
Depression?
Alzheimer's disease, depression.
But what about my progress? After nearly 2 weeks now, it's time to get my results. The result? My level of oxidative stress has declined dramatically. Just look at where I fall on the graph, before and after. Have we turned back the clock? Maybe not on the outside, but deep inside within my cells. Yes, indeed.
We do know that oxidative stress is part of those disease processes. I don't want to wait until I'm 80 years old and find out that I should have taken it.
The company that makes Protandim says its tests show the pill, made from ingredients used for centuries, is absolutely safe. For more, go to our website at abcnews.com.
All right, so you saw there that Jon Quinones had a reduction of 45% of his oxidative stress levels, which was huge. And what I just can't get over about that news report is that usually after an ABC report like that, someone or something gets busted, right? But that definitely did not happen with this video. So as you can imagine, after Jon Quinones said for more information, go to abcnews.com, and everybody did. They emailed the company, they ordered the product. $5 million worth of orders came in, and stock went from $1 a share to $20 a share practically overnight on sheer speculation on what the little yellow pill Protandim could do in people's bodies. But there was just one little problem, and that was that Dr. Joe McCord was a scientist. He was a researcher, and he didn't have a sales team. He didn't have a marketing team. He wasn't Amazon ready to take your credit card. There was no infrastructure in place. And they were only a small biotech company out of the University of Colorado. So nothing really happened, and stock started falling, and it plummeted to 7 cents per share and almost fell off the registry. They just didn't know how to get the product out there. And so they put it in retail outlets like GNC, Rite Aid, CVS, and sold only a half of a bottle per store per month for 4 years. And finally, they hired a marketing consultant who took one look at the ABC primetime report and said, "You've got to be kidding me. This is a story that has to be shared." And he suggested moving it to person distribution. And that's where our company went in May of 2009, and now has well over 250 million in sales. After that, universities and medical centers began self-funded research on this new approach to health. And the key there is self-funded. It wasn't Lifevantage funding this research. Now I'm going to turn it over to my brother, Dr. Jon Jelinek, and he's going to share with you more about the science behind this medical breakthrough of activation and why he is so passionate about it as well. So please, Jon, take it away.
Okay, thanks, Susie. You can hear me okay?
Yep.
Good. All right, perfect. All right, thanks everybody. And like Susie said, I'm a chiropractor. I've been practicing I'm just coming up to 16 years of practice. I interned and practiced in the UK for a while, and now I've been mainly in North Dakota. I was fortunate enough to get invited to a meeting similar to this, but in person, by a patient of mine in 2012. And I saw a couple things that you just saw in that ABC video that really made me look at this a little deeper and start taking this myself. Two things. One, if you paid attention, Jon Quinones' levels were reduced 45% in 2 weeks, right? Which is amazing. The second thing I saw at the end of that video where the researcher says, I don't want to be 80 years old and wish I would, would start taking it now. I should have been taking it earlier, right? And I didn't want to be that person that, we're reactive. And I see this a lot in my practice. A lot of patients are reactive. We don't do anything unless there's pain there, and then we do something about it, right? And so this is what I love about Lifevantage and the product that they've come up with, this flagship product, Protandim, and their line of activation versus supplementation. And that's something I'm going to talk to you about here in just a second. But a lot of this starts at a cellular level, okay? And this is what I educate my patients on. When you have the aging process, why do the wrinkles come? Why does no hair, gray hair, why does all that happen? It starts at a cellular level. And so if you want to get to the root cause of the problem, it starts at the cellular level. And this is where oxidative stress comes in. And for those that don't know what oxidative stress is, this is cellular aging. The easiest way to explain this is if you had an apple and you cut it in half and put it on the counter overnight, what happens to that apple? It gets brown on the inside, right? That's oxidation. And this happens every single day, every single second, we're all around it. And so the issue with oxidative stress, it's free radical damage. And what we need to do to combat oxidative stress is increase our antioxidant production. But as we age, our body's own antioxidant system slows down over time. Now, oxidative stress, like I said, is all around us. It affects a lot of those systems on the right-hand side of the screen, from brain, lungs, joints, kidney, skin, heart. I mean, you look at this, and oxidative stress is associated with a lot of those as we age. A lot of conditions and diseases will have oxidative stress associated with them. But the causes of this are diet, right? We're eating more out of a box than we are to the garden these days. We have a faster lifestyle. We are on the go. It's a lot more drive-throughs than dine-ins, right? And so we are eating a very poor diet. I think that goes to show too that especially in our country in the US, high obesity rates, which are a killer. And oxidative stress is also caused from smoking, medications, pollutants, too much activity or too little activity, And the list goes on and on. You can't run away from oxidative stress. And what I like about this is that Lifevantage came up with this product, Protandim Nerve 2. Nerve 2 is a protein that we all have, okay? And as you get older, the production or the excitement of that protein doesn't work as much as it should. And what they found is by putting 5 basic ingredients together in a synergistic way in low doses, it turned on this NRF2 protein, NRF2 protein. And what it did is it turns on the body's own antioxidant defense system, and it was proven to lower oxidative stress by an average of 40% in 30 days. Some of your body's own antioxidants are SOD, catalase. Glutathione is the mother antioxidant. This one is huge. People spend thousands of dollars to get IV drips of glutathione. We can raise the glutathione levels 300% naturally by taking Protandim Nerve 2. Huge detoxification effects with Protandim Nerve 2 as well. Now, I don't want to get away and say, well, you can take this and you don't have to watch your diet. That's not true. We should all eat a healthy diet, right? And when you look at diet and foods, and as we age, we're told, let's take some antioxidants. Let's eat antioxidant-rich foods, which we should. But when you are taking an antioxidant-rich food, such as a blueberry or orange, when you're having that antioxidant molecule, you're only eliminating 1 free radical. So it's a one and done type of deal. Okay, so to get the same effect as Protandim Nerve 2, you'd have to eat 11 pounds of blueberries, 375 oranges, 120 vitamin C tablets daily, 87 glasses of red wine. It's not possible, okay? And when you activate your Nerve 2, you're eliminating free radicals at 1 million per second, which is crazy. So, the one and done is like putting a Dixie cup of water on a house fire, where when you're taking Protandim and you're activating your body to increase that antioxidant response, now you're taking the fire hose out and you're putting out that fire in a hurry, okay? So it's huge. Very different than supplementation, okay? The best part about this is the research is done for us. We don't have to do the research. If you want to do any of the research on this, you go to pubmed.gov. PubMed, public, medical, med, gov, government. This is the USA National Institute of Medicine and Health website. You can find valid peer-reviewed research articles and look this up. Look at some of the journal publications for Protandim Nerve 2. The list goes on. Journal of Cellular Biochemistry, Free Radical Biology and Medicine, Exercise and Sports Sciences Reviews, Aging Cell. These are huge. We have over 26 peer-reviewed articles on this website. You just go to it, you type in Protandim, and it will pull them up. Some of the universities and institutions that studied this, Ohio State, Harvard, the American Heart Association, American Aging Association, Northwestern University, and Washington State University. The list goes on. The proof is in the pudding. These are third-party research sites, which is amazing because I haven't seen another natural product out there that has this much research to back it to date. Washington State University said that NRF2 is likely to be the most important health promoting approach in the foreseeable future. NRF2 may become the most extraordinary breakthrough in the history of health. Guys, that is absolutely huge. So on to the second theory of aging. One thing that happens is our mitochondria decline. Now this is going to go back to a little science class in junior high. But what happens, what is our mitochondria? Our mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, right? This is where we get our energy production. As we age, our energy production declines, right? Ask a 40-year-old compared to a 20-year-old, and ask a 70-year-old compared to a 40-year-old. The energy is going to decline as you age naturally. And so what do you want to do to help prevent that is you want to find ways to boost mitochondrial production, okay? Now you can do this with foods in the same fashion as NRF2 as well, but again, if you activate your mitochondrial production, you're going to increase that production on the inside so that it's going to increase your cellular energy. One thing with mitochondrial dysfunction is it creates oxidative stress. Oxidative stress then creates more mitochondrial dysfunction. So it is a revolving door. It's one after the other. And so you really want to combat the oxidative stress and the mitochondrial dysfunction at the same time. So Lifevantage came up with the NRF1 pathway, works very similar to NRF2. When you activate that by inputting 5 basic ingredients in a synergistic fashion, you will get an increase in mitochondrial production. So it's going to help improve sleep quality, cellular repair, and it has other benefits as well, healthy circulatory and cardiovascular system. And that leads us to the third theory of aging, which is somewhat new for some of you that haven't heard of sirtuins. Sirtuins are a group of proteins. We all have these. If you didn't have the sirtuins, very similar to mitochondria, you just don't function. You wouldn't survive, you wouldn't be alive. So they're a very, very important group of proteins. They get rid of the junk in the cell. So guess what would happen if you didn't take out the garbage in your house? It starts to smell, right? You're getting garbage all over the place, and it just builds and builds. Or think of it this way. If you're in a room and you're a smoker and you smoke, what happens to the smoke? It starts filling the room, right? And that smoke will increase. Well, how good is that smoke for you? It's got nowhere to go. And so what do you want to do? You want to turn on this sirtuin productivity so that it eliminates that smoky smell, and it takes out the garbage of the cell. So there's a lot of benefits with increasing your sirtuin production, such as from the mental and physical energy increase to motivation, mood, cardiovascular health, maintaining cholesterol levels in their normal range, healthy DNA function, and a healthy inflammatory response as well. And so again, as we age, the sirtuin activity declines. And along with that, protandem NAD was formed. NAD is a molecule that when sirtuin production is increased, so is NAD. They can't live without each other. This is very similar to fasting. You're going to get the same production with NAD and sirtuins in fasting. For those of you that do a lot of caloric restrictions or fasting, when you do this, you're increasing levels regularly by fasting. You're increasing the sirtuin productivity 94% in 24 hours. By activating your body's own NAD response, by combining 4 basic ingredients to get that desired effect, you're actually increasing sirtuin activity and NAD levels 100% in 24 hours, which is pretty amazing. Again, many, many benefits of the NAD synergizer. This is like the motherboard of the ship. This is the motherboard of the cell. It's controlling a lot of functions in the cell. So right there, that consists of the protandem trisynergizer. Okay, this is the 3 major protandem activators that Lifevantage has developed, and leading off with the Nerve2 flagship product. Now, when you take these all 3 together, what you're doing is you're increasing your gene expression at the DNA level. Now, think of this as a fuse box. Okay, you have one master switch at the top, and then you have all the other fuses that control something else in the house. Okay, so you're increasing different gene production. When you turn on that switch for NRF2, for an example, you can increase that inflammatory response with just NRF2 by 50%. When you combine NRF1 and NAD along with the Nerve2, you're increasing that response now 838% by combining all 3 of them. So the tri-synergizer, you're taking all those ingredients, combining them in a synergistic fashion to boost that production by quite a bit, which is really, really amazing, right? It's keeping those fuse switches on full power when you're combining them all. And so really this is our short catalog of products with Lifevantage. I talked about the main ones with our activators. We do have the Vitality Stack, which includes protandem NRF2, NRF1. We have our ProBio, our probiotic, and our Omega Plus. That is very, very popular. They come in packets, very easy for you to take with you on the go. One of my favorites that I love talking about, I do not go a day without Axio. Axio is based off of their Nerve2. It's brain food. If you feel like you're getting a little sluggish in your mental concentration, your focus throughout the day, this one is a game changer. Like I said, I have about 2 or 3 of these a day. My kids have these. It's a natural energy source for your brain. You're turning on your brain function, your brain energy. When you do that, your body responds to that, and you can, this will be a lot different than an energy drink. There's no jitters, there's no shakes, it's all natural. You know, it doesn't leave you in 5 hours like the 5-hour power and then you're sluggish again. This is long lasting. Absolutely fantastic. Haven't seen anything else out there like it. It's amazing. The ProBio, this has really been a game changer in my practice. In 16 years, I've taken and I sell a lot of different probiotics over time. I've switched to this one full time a few years ago. It has two things in it that I've never seen in any other probiotic. One is BioTrack technology, which is patented, which basically encapsulates the bacteria, gets 60% of the bacteria through your stomach acids, and it's time distributed throughout your colon. When you take a normal probiotic that doesn't protect the bacteria, you're only getting 4 to 5% of that bacteria through your stomach acids. When you're eating yogurts, you're going to get 1%. So 60% with BioTrack technology, game changer. The other thing it has is Wellmune, which Wellmune has 12 published studies on it. This one is basically a prebiotic that it boosts your immune system. So it's been really beneficial. I've seen a lot of great results in my practice with this one. One of the most popular products that I sell in my clinic. The other one is Omega Plus. We all know that omegas have very beneficial benefits from taking them. Difference with this Omega Plus, you can track it from bottle to boat. So you'll know that you're getting fresh fish oil. You can bite into this. It's a lemon lime type of flavor, very, very fresh compared to others. If you are taking another Omega, do this for me. Put one in your mouth and bite into it. If it's got a fishy taste or smell, it's rancid, it's old. This is one of the most contaminated supplements out there. You want to make sure you're taking a good fish oil. We do have the Physique weight management line, very clean protein. We have a prebiotic that's formulated to help with weight management and a fat burn that's phenomenal. We have the True Science skincare line that was developed from NRF2 activation. That's the only patented NRF2 activating True Science skincare line in North America. I use the facial cleanser and perfecting lotion for my shaving cream and shaving gel. Phenomenal. I got a lot of area to shave, so for me, it really is beneficial. It has really been very soft for my skin as well. True Science hair care system, all based off of NRF2 activation. And then, of course, who doesn't want anything for their lovely dogs, their animals? We give this to our dog. It's Pet Tandem. Dogs, a lot of animals will have 7 times higher rates of oxidative stress. Think about that. They don't live as long as we do. They get old in a hurry, right? And they die a lot faster. So what do you want to do? You want to reduce the cellular age to your animal. Pet Tandem is the way to go. So that's our short catalog of products based off of NRF2 science. And let me tell you, when I started this in 2012, I had no intention of joining any type of business. I didn't know anything about any direct sales companies. But when I started with this company, and when I got this into the hands of my patients, when I got it into the hands of my sister and her husband, the results were phenomenal. I could not stop sharing. I cannot open my mouth enough to make sure that people are educated with this new technology, with this new science. It is life-changing in every sense, and it's very important to share. For me, when I started in 2012, I took it myself for 4 years. I recommended it to some patients, but I really didn't look into the other side of it until 4 years later. And since then, and sharing it with everybody around the world, I haven't stopped. And Suzie right now is going to tell you a little bit more about Lifevantage, how to share this with others and some of the benefits from that. And she's a perfect one to do this with a busy mom, 4 young kids at home. You know, it's amazing that you're able to do some of this kind of work. In today's times, with everything going on right now, a lot of people are looking for answers in their health, and they're also looking for answers in their life with wealth and with the jobs. And so, Suzie, I'll let you share the rest from here. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jon. Well, you're absolutely right. You know, why do we show up and do this? And I decided that this opportunity was for me because of, number one, the results that I saw with my husband's health. But I had just become a stay-at-home mom at that point, and I was also looking for something that I could do with my extra time, with flexibility from home, and I wanted to help with some extra income from our family as well. So now I'm in a field that has grown me more than I could have ever imagined, and I'm just so grateful. But that's a beautiful part of network marketing with direct sales. Really, you can do this from anywhere. It's a laptop job. We jump on Zooms and we share just like this out to the masses of people. So why Lifevantage? Why now? Here's the thing. No one knows about us. It's like this really beautiful secret, and we're still learning about activation, right? Not many people in the grand scheme know what it is yet. But do you think that in 5 years from now, more or less people are going to be activating their bodies? Do you see the powerful timing of what we have? You guys, 60%, there's been a 60% increase in wellness sales in the last 8 years, and over 220,000 studies published on oxidative stress and growing. And I think to date, it's around 230,000 studies published on oxidative stress. Current growth of over 1,800 studies per month, which is pretty profound. So how to get started with, we have 3 opportunity packs if you're looking, you're Rolodexing in your head already, people that you know of that want to get started, that you can think of that could use our products. We have 3 packs, silver, gold, and platinum. And for me, I decided I was all in with the platinum pack. It made sense to me because I wanted my family to try all of the products. I wanted to be a product of the products. And plus, to me, it offered the most savings at 35% and additional extra ways to get going as far as an event pass to one of our conventions. And free shipping for these starter packs as well. So otherwise there's no overhead. You don't have a huge stock of items on hand. Your customers will receive their monthly consumable products straight from our company's warehouse. And with you, when you share this with other people and they come in on one of our packs, you'll get a 40% thank you check the next week. So you do that 2 more times and you're now in this business for free. You've gotten your products for free and you're ready to build a global business. So how to make money with this. Now, we pay really well. I'm not going to get deep into the compensation plan tonight. So if this is speaking to you, please ask the person that invited you to watch this webinar. There are several different ways that you can earn money, but I want you to just take a peek at the elite pool on this next slide down at the bottom right. This is a global revenue sharing and being a part of the total sales of the entire company. When you get to the Pro 7 and above level, on top of the other income that you're making, you share in the total 4% of that global commissionable volume. So it allows you to build locally but benefit globally. Even if you don't have distributors in Mexico, for example, you still get to take advantage of those sales. It's unlike anything that I have ever seen, and it really does create this beautiful community of people helping other people succeed. And this is a chart representing our earnings claim statement, which is also found at the bottom of our homepage on the Lifevantage website. And I want you to just look at the monthly averages, the second column in. And I want you to think about what level could make a difference for you or your family potentially. When you look at the Pro 2 or Pro 3 level, those are car payments or extra income that you may need to pay off credit cards. Even an extra $200 a month could help someone avoid bankruptcy or foreclosure. But then when you get into the Pro 4 and Pro 5 levels, you see mortgage payments, you see actually, replacing your full-time income with this monthly income. And what's awesome again is that you have a team to help you get there if that's what you want. Now, can you do this? And the answer is yes. If I can do this as a busy mom of 4, anybody can do this. And if you treat I want to mention that I recently qualified for our company's Pro 5 Summit, which is an all-inclusive weekend of training for emerging leaders for Lifevantage, and I am beyond thrilled. Lifevantage is going to fly me to Park City, Utah, and put me up in a hotel, feed me, and train me on ways to help more people succeed in this opportunity. And I definitely could have done it with the help of my amazing supportive team. So I'm just feeling so blessed with that. We have a proven system, and if you're coachable and you like learning as part of a team, then you got this. And we have leaders who thrive by lifting others. We have, again, like I said, easy to follow system, launch, learning, and leading, regular team meetings and training, regular corporate events, whether virtual right now, and incentives to keep us motivated, as well as private support communities. So now, lastly, you might find yourself in one of these 3 positions. You need more information, and please don't hesitate to reach out to the person that invited you to this webinar this evening. If the timing is not right for you, I ask if you can think of anyone who you might know that is needing better health or income. And again, please keep that person that invited you in mind and informed. We love sharing this information and helping to bless lives. You can also become a customer. If you want these products in your body and want to feel the benefits of better health for yourself or your family, please reach out to that person that invited you and let them know. Or you might be interested in joining our team and becoming a distributor, and you want these products in your body, but you're also Rolodexing in your head who you know that could benefit from them. You want to share and be blessed with having some additional income. Either way, I just ask again that you please do the person a favor who invited you and let them know they truly do care about you and to have asked you to tune in. And it's important, whether or not it's for you, please let them know. I truly pray every day that God places the people in my life that need to hear this information and who are open to learning more. So with that, thank you guys, everyone, for your time this evening. I appreciate you, taking time away from your families, your busy evenings to learn about this incredible opportunity. And with that, have a wonderful rest of your night. Thank you, Jon, again for sharing, and take care, everybody. Good night.